$2.33 billion. This is the largest event in crypto history. I really want people to understand you just went through a record historic event in crypto. It wasn't a fun one, okay? But now we need to talk about, is this over? We just basically went through a huge reset that we're going to talk about in this video. And we really need to look around the space and assess what's going on right now to see if this was in fact the bottom. Is this in fact where crypto climbs, or are we going to see potentially some more downside? So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So ADA in general, this was not fun. Anybody that was awake and watched ADA drop down to 50 cents before now starting this recovery up to about 70 cents, it wasn't fun. Massive liquidations across the crypto market. ADA itself, $32 million liquidated across the last 24 hours. Not a fun time. But the crypto market in general, $2.33 billion. Guys, this is the largest liquidation event we have seen in crypto history. It's even larger than what happened during Luna, which was $1.6 billion. Okay. So now what we've done is we have in fact started to climb back. In fact, when we look at this chart here, this is just ridiculous. These are some of the most ridiculous hourly candles I've seen. But we've started to climb back slowly but surely. And this is in fact looking like the recovery that we experienced coming out of the COVID crash. Now that took days. This has obviously just been hours since that point, but there is the potential that we could see this slow and steady climb to the upside again. I'm hoping that it is slow, because slow is something that creates stability and sustainability. Okay. And plus I'm trying to free up some capital to get it into the market. So we'll see what happens. But what we need to look at is other things around the market as well. So when we look at, for example, open interest in general, it has dropped significantly. All right, dropped by 15%. That's the equivalent of, $15 billion that is no longer in open interest. Okay. Now, what we are also seeing is short interest really fill in heavily above BTC, above ADA, above all these different assets in the industry. All right. Now, what that could mean, I'm not saying it's going to, and I'll explain why. What this could lead to is massive short liquidations to the upside. Okay. Now, in order for that to happen, we would need this compounding of excitement. We would need the ball to start rolling uphill, which is a lot harder to do. All right. Unfortunately, most retail investors, they invest with emotion. And that's exactly what we saw in these charts was emotion. People freaking out that led to basically over a 40% drop in 3 days, almost unheard of in the crypto market, right? We get drops like that, but it normally takes a little bit more time. Now, if we do start seeing some of this excitement fill in, basically we have to now counteract all this fear that was just injected into the market. In fact, when we look at the crypto fear greed index, we're finally at that level I was talking about yesterday and the day before. I said I thought we were more around like a 30, and that's where we finally fallen into, is this 30 range, right? Now, when we look at markets outside of crypto, this could be a good gauge of where we're headed today. Now, the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ are all expected to open down between 1 to 2 points. And we'll have to see, obviously, because pre-market trading is lower volume. We'll have to see what happens once the market does open up for the day and start moving. Gold has, in fact, dropped here too. And really where I think some of the wildest resets were in BTC dominance, which basically took us all the way back, actually to a new high in this market cycle of over 64%, but basically to our highs from November. And what we've also seen at the same time is the DXY go on surges to basically the highs from a couple weeks ago. And the reason for that is because there were reports of the Canadian dollar in value in strength just dropping. So as the Canadian dollar value is dropping, US dollar strength is in fact going to be rising. Okay. So we just went through a massive reset in the market. Now, this created obviously huge opportunity for people that accumulate. I saw some comments of people that were accumulating at the bottom. And I have to say something because, there are some people that were screaming, oh yeah, we said this was coming. We knew this was coming. And these are the people that back here in December were screaming, oh yeah, ADA is going to go down. But so much had changed in the crypto market basically over the last month. All right. We saw the launch of the Trump and Melania meme coins. We had surges to record levels of open interest. We had the tariff war that now just started. None of this stuff existed or was even expected back here. Maybe you could say that about the tariffs, right? But nobody saw this coming. Some things were popping up here and there. The potential was there, but really once the fear ball started rolling downhill, it became too much to stop. Now, granted, again, the market's planted its foot in the ground. We're having a nice bounce back. And maybe this was the washout of all the weak hands, and maybe we just go up from here. Nobody's going to know for sure. All right. I would expect still volatility. We're still seeing movements of, 2 to 5% over the course of, 5-minute periods. We're still waiting for the market to calm down. We have to let these things just get digested. Okay. It sucks. It really, honestly, it really sucked going through all this. But understand that this is really a huge opportunity for anybody that had been waiting on the sidelines, looking for cheap prices to accumulate. And I have to say that, there is some level of manipulation in the market. I'm not saying that's totally what this was, but don't be surprised if we're looking at the data and we see all these whales added to their bags and large entities went through huge bouts of accumulation. Guys, this is not new news. They've been trying to do everything they can to shake you out of your position, and I'm sure a lot of people got shook out during this. So they won. They won this round, right? Now the question is, will they win the war? And I don't think so. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd love to see some bounce back today. I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think that we, in fact, go down and go lower today? Are we going to see some chop maybe for the next few days as we kind of wait for maybe a midweek rally? But have a great day. Show your love below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.